It's my first time ever transmitting in live a video, so it's going to be a practice that develops throughout the practice itself, so there's nothing actually planned. That's my new home studio set up and the sun is perfectly collaborating. I think our practice will be about 1 hour 15 minutes or half an hour, depends on how good we feel. I would say if you have your mat ready or your carpet, whatever it is where you feel comfortable on, and some good mood, we can get started. We start today with rocket, so there might be people who are new to the practice or people who know it already. So basically it's about to just keep flowing and keep moving your body according to how you feel. There will be different levels, like easier variations and more sophisticated, maybe harder variations, which I always will propose. You decide which variation you want to do, and also since it's rocket, there's always a moment whenever you want to just relax in Balasana, okay? And you just reincorporate your practice whenever. Comfortable position, legs crossed, hands on your knees. And for now, let's just close our eyes. Let's just bring all our attention, all our focus towards our body. For now, just to observe how we're feeling, what's our state of energy. Maybe through our rhythm of how we're breathing, just observe without changing, without trying to modify. Just feel how your chest expands and contracts. The shoulders are heavy, tearing down, and you're starting to root down towards the floor. Feel your roots on the ground, all points of contact with your mat. So maybe you have been stuck at home for some days already. We're just trying to open a new world, a new perspective within ourselves. Try to feel comfortable just at the present moment. Be open and prepared for new experiences with yourself. And let's just set that intention for today's practice. Feel your body temperature. And if there's any part in your body that needs more attention now, slowly you're starting to breathe deeper. And observe how deep the oxygen is entering your body, maybe even down to your belly. You start to breathe even more slowly. Each exhalation means that you're relaxing more. Feel how your shoulders fall down, how your knees start to relax more. And at the same time, how when you inhale, your spinal cord is just growing up. Your neck is getting longer. So we want to connect in the same time with the floor, with the ground, and also with the upper space, with the air. From there, let's just bring our palms together to the center of our chest. And if there's any dedication you would like to give your practice, just bring it to your mind. Let's open today's practice with one very conscious inhalation through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Just incline your head. Relax your shoulders. And bring your palms back to the ground. So from now we open our eyes and let's just start with some very small circles. So just think of your belly that is doing some horizontal circles. So maybe from now it's just the lower part that is moving, but you can step by step integrate also your shoulder blades, moving a little bit more, even feeling your shoulders, and even maybe trying to move more your head, also in circles. So always when you inhale, try to come forward, open your chest, and exhale, just fall back. A very, very round and smooth back. So for now it's just to connect with your feelings. And let's change some sides. Try always to focus on your breathing. It's always important to open, exhale, inhale, and feel yourself more and more like a snake, enjoying a deep breath. And once you come back to the center, take a deep inhale to push with your arms, your chest forward and upwards, looking up. And exhale, try to push that air out and just go as far back as you can. Really round upper back. Inhale, forward once more, bring your shoulder blades together. And exhale, rounding back. Inhale, forward, feel the action in your shoulders, nice. And exhale, from there, just place your hands behind your hip. Inhaling, now it's all about your knees. Try to push them into the floor and push your hips forward. Shoulder blades together again and your head falls back. Exhale, we sit back, walking forwards with our hands. Inhale, making a long back, and exhale, falling down. So now it's really important that we try to sit back and lengthen our spine. Okay, and go deeper. So maybe your elbows don't touch the floor. So activate a little bit more your hands and slowly inhale, walking forward or walking backwards. Exhale, go with your right hand to your left knee. Inhale, lengthen spine again. And exhale, twist over your left shoulder. Try to bring your belly in. Find your strength in your center. One more time there. Inhale. Lengthen a little more and exhale, twist a little more. From now, inhale, bring the other arm up. And exhale, bring it to the opposite knee. Okay, so we have a very round back, good. Inhale, lengthen your spine and exhale, bend your elbows and just go with your forehead deeper. From now, we loose our right hand. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, place your hands behind your back. Take a deep inhale here, and exhale, twist. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Inhale from here, go back up, and this time we place the right hand in front. One more time, inhale to focus forward, and exhale, bend your elbows and try to open your upper body. Super. Inhale forward, and we come to our table pose. Good. We're just keeping activating our breathing. So from now, take a deep exhale, push your air out, and bring your bellies as much as you can towards your spine. Inhale, just the opposite. The belly button goes down, and bring your gaze up. Exhale. Feel the pushing into your floor with your arms. Inhale one more time. Shoulder blades go together and feel the whole muscles in your back. And exhale from here one more time. Try to bring your wrists down, your feet wrists, and from there push just your knees slightly up. We stay here for 5, 4, make a round upper body as much as you can. 2, 1. Inhale, place your knees back down, and one more time, open up. We try to open our hearts today, so bring your arms more forwards, trying to keep your hip upon your knees, and open your chest. So from here, it is about looking forward, lengthening your throat forward. And if you want to work more on your shoulders, bring your elbows far from the floor. Think about your heart, about opening your emotions. Good. Activate your hip up and slowly come back. Keep your position in the hip the same for just pushing into your upward, downward facing dog. So from now it's really important that you don't focus too much on your legs. Bend your knees and try to lengthen your spine. So your hip wants to push up. Feel that you want to push your back, your head as much as you can backwards, far from your hands. You can bend one knee and then the other. And slowly walk forward between your hands. Let's touch our elbows and just hang in there for a while. A little bit more focus on our legs to straighten them now, maybe to just feel how stiff they are still after waking up. Head is really relaxed. You can go from right to left. Slowly loose your elbows, bend your knees and take a deep inhale to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Try to stick in your chin, which is the last that just rolls up. I'm complete. Good. Samastitihi. We're bringing our hands very active next to our body. Bring your toes together and the heels slightly separated. Let's prepare for our first sun salute, literally saying inhale, grow up as much as you can, bring space in your lungs and exhale. Bend down into Uttanasana. Inhale, strengthen your back and lengthen your legs and back. Exhale, step or jump into your plank. Lower down in your same exhalation. Take an inhale, stick your chin in and open your chest. Elbows straight and try to bring your shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring your hip up and Adho Mukha. So for the first time we stay here, breathing 5 times, maybe still bending our knees slightly to just feel more focus on our arms and our back. Any movement that you want to do here, just to feel a little more comfortable, just go for it. Just do it. And from there, in your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward, either step or jump in between your arms. Open up, inhaling and exhale. Take a deep inhale, come all the way back up. And we go all the way back down again. Deep exhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale. Try to push more to the floor to take this time to jump back. Exhale. Inhale, stick your chin in and open by rolling up your head at last. Exhale, Adho Mukha. And we're trying to activate more our center. Inhale, go up with your right leg. And exhale, push with your leg from behind forward. The knee goes to your forehead. Push into the floor. Once again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push forward. Take it up. Stay here. 3, 2, knee goes really, really high. 1, and from there, just step in between your hands. Lower your knee behind. And take an inhale to open up here. Very nice. From there, exhale, bring your hands down, and now we're just trying to sit back on our heel by straightening the leg in front. One more time, inhale here, and exhale, lower down. We just shift forward to our foot in front, and one more time, inhale, exhale, both hands on the floor, push into the ground, and lift your knee up. Inhale, back up. And exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing. We do the same in the other side. Inhale, left leg goes up. First, push your air out and just go to center. Knee goes to forehead. Push into the floor. Inhale, back up. Exhale. One more time forward. Stay there, pushing more into the ground. Belly button goes really in. 2, 1, and just step. Maybe without sliding. Knee goes down. And inhale. Take a deep breath. Open your space. And exhale. Slowly, maybe just with your fingertips on the floor. And sit back on your heel. Stay really with a long chest forward. Inhale here. And exhale. Try to activate your leg, your foot in front. That's the hardest part. So your toes are always watching you. In your next inhale, shift forward. Bend your knee as much as you can in order to lower your hip and open up. Exhale, both hands go down. Try to push so your knee automatically goes up. Inhale, back up. And exhale, Adho Mukha. We're just soothing our back a little more. In your next inhale, bring your heels up and try to make this really nice wave shape in your back. Just to reconnect with your breathing. All the time when you inhale, the hip twists up. Exhale, your upper back goes round. Feel all parts, all possible parts in your back. Until you find your downward facing. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump in between your hands. Inhale, open. And exhale. Deep inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale. We go for the last round in the first sun salute. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push into the floor and find your step or jump. Lower down. Inhale, roll up with your head and close your shoulder blades. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Super. From here, once more, we go up with our right leg. And exhale. This time we twist to our left side. The heel in the back just falls on the floor. Open up your legs as much as you can and push your hips up. Inhale, open. So from here we stay, and it's important that your legs are straight. Just sit down. Your heels stay in contact with the floor. Good. We make the test to activate more our arm. Inhale, one more time, push up. Exhale, lower your arm and just slide your knee in between your hands. That's it. Take a deep inhale here and exhale, walk forward. All about lengthening here. Slowly walk back. Once more, we're bringing our hands consciously to the floor. And in your next inhale, just slide back up again. And we try to open a little bit more our hips. Exhale, bend your knee and open the right hip. So either you stay here, always watch about pushing back, so it's still a downward dog. You can stay here. You can bring your left elbow down and look through your left axle, or you can try to land on the floor. Last version would be to find your Urdhva but here it would be important that you find your way back. Just take your time and find your next inhale slowly, slowly to bring up the right leg. One more time. Exhale, Adho Mukha. And from here we go to the other side. Inhale, left leg goes back up. Exhale, first bring your knee in and try to shift to your right side. Legs really opened. First open up your chest. Maybe you look up. Push up with your hips as much as you can, legs straight. And now exhale, just sit down. Good. All your hands and knees stay where they are. Inhale, one more time, push up. Exhale, this arm goes to the floor and slide your knee between your hands. Just try to sit, hips squared forward. Inhale here and exhale, go far away. So here again, it's about lengthening your throat. Forward, and feel the hips even. So you always can choose to relax a little more by just keeping your arms on the floor, or to activate a little more in order to feel your shoulders resisting gravity. Slowly go back, inhaling always, find your space, and in your next inhale, go back up with your knee, exhale, bend your knee, and find your variation. Either you stay here, or you bring your right elbow down, look up, or you just drop back. 2, 1, exhale, lower down, inhale, one more time, create space, and exhale, Adho Mukha. From here, take a deep inhale, and in your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump, in between your hands, inhale, and exhale. Inhale all the way up, exhale, Samasthiti. Wonderful. So we go to the second round. We're starting with a deep inhale, Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Good connection with your heels on the floor, and lift up your hand. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, open up. Lengthen your back and legs. Exhale, step or jump into the back. One exhale here. Inhale, open. And exhale, focus on your hip. Inhale, right leg goes forward. And just come up. Super. In your next exhale, bring your left hand down. And inhale, right arm goes up, and much as you can back. Just open. Your heel in the back is in the floor, in the air. And from here, we just twist a little bit more. We just come to sit. I hope you understand that. So we all twist it to the right side. And from here, once more. The straight leg is straight. And just push into the floor with your left arm and push your hips up. Try to let fall your right arm over your head. One more time, exhale, bend down. And inhale, come up. So your head actually drops down. Exhale, twist back, find your warrior. That's a lot of sun. And exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Left leg goes forward, inhaling. Find your warrior. Hips are squared forward. Back is really, really straight, the back leg. And exhale, right arm goes to the floor. Lift your hip from the back and inhale. Try to look backwards, twist your neck as well. Just open up. Good. And now it's just easy. Try to find to sit on your right hip. Right hip. Good. So keep your arm where it is. And in your next inhale, with that leg very straight, push up. And let your head just fall. Feel all the weight of your left arm. One more time, exhale. And inhale. Come back up once more. Super. From there, just twist back. Find the heel on the floor and find your warrior. Exhale. Now it's the moment to just find your chaturanga. Open up, inhale, and exhale. Good. So we're just getting a little bit more strength here. In your next inhale, try to bring up your right leg, and exhale, find the knee in your right axle. You can either just directly slide into your Eka Padabhakasana if you have it. A little bit in between option would be to find Vinyasa. Just stay there for 2 breaths wherever you go, or you just keep your knee in your right axle. Take a next inhale and come back up. Good. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left leg goes back up. And exhale, same version, just either stay here, go lower into your Kundalini, or find a sliding transition into your Ekapada. 2, 1, inhale back up and exhale, Adho Mukha. Let's roll up our hips or our heels in your next inhalation. Just make one more wave until your knees find the floor. And exhale, relax for a moment. So it's just a moment to reconnect with your breathing. Feel your heart beating. Feel this kind of little earthquake within yourself. And try to root down again. Try to reconnect with your exhalations, especially to just feel your weight again. Feel your steadiness. Feel how the shoulder blades just relax. And slowly, we just bring our toes back to the mat. Maybe if you can, just where you are, without coming up. So you're separated in hip width apart. Just try to bring your hands on your heels. And now we really try to roll up like a snake, like a whatever snail. And in your inhalation, at last you just open up by pushing forward your hip, let your head drop back and down. And inhale. Always trying to push your hip up and forward. And exhale. Last time. Try to really open your heart and bring your shoulder blades together. And exhale, sit down. And at last, forward to the floor. Push your arms forward and find your way back to downward facing. When you're here, we're starting with our right leg, inhaling, stepping forward. And find your warrior in rocket version. So you interlace your fingers and really try to engage your leg behind. Your forward leg is flexed. And just rise up. In your next exhale, interlace your fingers in the back. Deep inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale, first shift your weight forward and help yourself with the leg behind to come to a flight in warrior 3. Look down. Try to really expand your neck. And in your next exhale, bend down. Take another deep inhale. Lengthen your spine and neck and exhale. Come to your standing split. So you're activating your upper leg as much as you can. And try to bring your chin towards your leg. If that feels really comfy, you can try to play a little bit with your balance by bringing one hand to your heel or both. And from there you can start another variation to bend your knee as long as it stays up and find a bind with your right arm on top. And from there you start flexing more, so you're helping yourself with your elbow, the right elbow that keeps bending. But try to keep pushing your left knee up. Slowly you release. Find your right hand a little bit more in front of you in order to inhale and open up your left arm to the top and roll your left hip on top of the right. Try to find a line and especially try to find no weight on your right hand as much as you can. Both arms aligned. And in your next exhale, bend that leg and step back as much as you can to find your warrior 2. So your hips are squared and not squared, but they're in line with your both knees and heels. Take a deep inhale, lengthen through your both legs, and exhale, come down into Uttanasana. So there's no weight on your lower arm. You're trying to up, rise, and from there you can find your variation to push back a little bit more. Slowly inhale, come back up. Exhale, we shorten the distance with the back leg and twist forward. Inhale, your left arm goes forward, and exhale, either you need to find any level on your leg, but the idea would be to step down. If you have a block, just use it. And inhale, once more, come back up. So you want to align both shoulders. Again, you can make the adjustment for opening more by bringing your upper arm around the back to your left muscle. And look up. 2, 1. Exhale, both arms go down. This time we shift forward a little more and we work on Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand goes to the floor and lift up your left leg. So at last you would bring your right arm up, or even try again to make a bind with arm and leg on the back. This time, if you feel for it, you can also try to make any flying variation. This is a very tricky one actually. 2. Wherever you go, take your time. 1. Exhale, lower down. Step back as far as you can. This time the right arm goes to the outside of the right leg and just straighten into your extended angle pose. The hip should really drop low. So you can either stay here or again try to find your bind and open up by shifting back your left shoulder. Look up. And any versions, again, variations that you know here, you can do it. You can either just step forward and straighten by finding a little bit more flex, or you can try to bring all the weight on top of your right leg this time. Maybe you stay just on your left big toe, or you start lengthening and make a new balance. Wherever you are, slowly you step back. Inhale, come back up. The heel in the back is on top. And exhale, lower down. That's it. Left arm goes up, inhale, and exhale, twist over. I'm going to do it just the opposite side. So from here, you either make a fist and push down into your hand. So the idea is just to really open your left axle here. So you want to go far from your leg, looking up. If this is too easy, find your bind, always looking up. And if it's still too easy, just get rid of your knee on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, left arm goes down. Bring your knee back to the floor. And in your inhale, just push that knee out, twisting over. So you can still stay here, or also look for your foot in the back. So it is about to really sink in with your hip and twist back. So as soon as you have this connection here, try to straighten that leg, so it brings you farther. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, both hands go down. Let's just relax you a little. So we are lengthening our spine or bringing down our elbows. Very nice. So for here, it's just a nice exercise. I like to do it a lot. I'm just going to do it here. So try to find your hands very nice just below your shoulders. Push into the floor, and without a lot of weight on your straight back leg, just come forward to Malasana and sit. So we're really getting into our hips here. In order to push back with your elbows, you're managing to open more your chest. So try on closing your shoulder blades in the back and find a really straight position in your back. 2, 1. So from here, we're just bringing our hands as much as you can forward. Just make like a circle and find your heels in the back. If you find the heels perfect, you can even try to find a bind between your hands. Inhale, one more here, and exhale, just trying to go lower with your forehead. 2, 1. Super nice. So from here, we just jump back, and it's moment for a nice Pincha Mayurasana. So if it is in your practice, or if you just need a moment to go on the wall, just do it. You can also always prepare that position by just finding the dolphin for a moment and reinforcing or strengthening your shoulder muscles and your upper back. So it always wants to be as high as possible. So you can try to find one leg up. Maybe that's all for today. And change leg. So you really want to shift your hip up. And if this is easy, you can try to find your short flight on top of your elbows. So you really want to push into one line. You can make any shape you want. My really big recommendation would be to find the way back. That makes it very, very interesting for your muscles. Maybe just stay here in your own practice. It's a little bit of auto practice here. For 2 more minutes. Wherever you go, just do to rest. You can just stay for a second here. Bringing your hands forward, trying to root back, reconnect with your breathing especially. Feel your temperature, just observe. And from there, with your hands very nicely forward, just come back up into your downward facing, where we're going into the left side of rocket. So in your next inhale, we're going to step forward with your left back leg. Interlace your fingers and push up. So once again, just reconnect with that posture, hips squared, and your leg in the back really straight. 2. 1, exhale, interlace your fingers, inhale, open up, shift your weight forward, the back heel goes up, and just find your balance. Warrior 3, always looking down in order to straighten your neck. Feel the line from your toe behind until your chin. 2, 1, and slowly exhale, bring your both hands down. Lengthen one more time, inhale and deeply straighten your leg, your standing leg, and exhale, open your hips. So from here you can go as, again, just repeating your variations that you used. 1 heel, both heels, or going into different variation by finding your foot on top with your left arm and getting deeper into that flex. It's always important, if you feel that your knee is really low, that's the idea, to push it up. Okay, so your elbow is really actively helping to push that knee up. Slowly open up, left arm goes to the floor, and inhale, just shift your right hip over the left. Finding your Ardha Chandrasana. Shift your gaze up. Again, you can make that test. Maybe there's just one finger staying on the floor. 2, 1, and from here, bend your front leg and step as far as you can behind, finding your warrior 2. Breathe here. 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen your front leg, and exhale, go into your Ardha Chandrasana, Uttita Trikonasana. Find your variation again. There's no weight on your hand on the floor. 2, 1. Inhale, come back up. From here, we shorten the distance. Exhaling. Inhale, just change sides, and exhale, come into your twist. Strengthen, lengthen through your legs. Find a line between your shoulders and wrists, and maybe your variation with your upper hand on the back. Working more on that shoulder. 2, 1. Slowly release and bring your lower arm in front. Find again your Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. If you're comfortable here, again, you can try to find that bind a little bit more different. Either just flex down or shift your weight in order to come up. You always try to open by pushing your foot far from your hand. So there's where you find that force. Slowly come down, stepping far, far, far back. This time left arm goes outside of the left foot and twist over again. Your hips are really sinking low, and find your bind. If you did it in the other side, and if you also tried, you can try either to flex down, or this time to shift your entire weight on top of your left leg and straighten the right free leg back. I recommend really a nice gaze to the floor. Whenever you're here, step back as much as you can. The back heel is high, inhale. And exhale, bring your knee down. Take a deep breath, inhale. Open up all your space in between your ribs and exhale. Elbow goes to the outside of your knee. Same variation, either you just push down here, you find your bind, or still too easy, well, just bring your knee up. And at last, your gaze is always like the confirmation that you are in charge of that pose. 2, 1, nice. Slowly bring your both hands in the inside. Let's relax a little. Good. Maybe also the elbows. So it's about not rounding our back, but to push it forward. So you want to be as long as possible, like as large as you can. Your throat is marking your intentions. And here again, you bring your knee down. Try to push yourself up. And you can find a bind with your back leg. Always trying to drop your left knee down. So as soon as you have that bind, keep pushing into your arm, into your hand, far away from you with your foot, and looking over your left shoulder. So the hip wants to go deeper, 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 and you want to make that twist in your upper back especially. From there, coming back and finding your Malasana. Staying down with your forehead, just try to twist from right to left your head and really find that whole weight on your forehead. So with this, you're just twisting from right to left. Your shoulders are really very relaxed. Whenever you're ready, just bring your hands forward and find your downward facing dog. Whoever is very relaxed, you can do a vinyasa in between, always welcome. And from here we walk back with our hands towards our toes. Take a deep inhale, interlace your fingers with your toes, push forward, your back is straight, and exhale, just bend down. Padangusthasana. So the idea is if you bend down, that your elbows really go to the sides and your head is very loose. So we want to relax that whole upper area of your back. Your legs are really engaged. Slowly in your next inhale, come forward with your gaze, but really try to find that extension in your neck, okay? And from here, one more time, but this time with our hands just below our feet. Try to step on top of your wrist if you can, and if you need, just bend your knees a little. One more time, straighten forward and exhale, bend. 2, 1. Inhale forward and exhale, just release your hands. And that's my most favorite exercise right now. It actually prepares really nice for for the Swiss handstand or for certain types of activating really nice our center. So we're trying to walk forward. The first option would be just to find really nice pressure on your hands. So we want to straighten our arms and really round our upper back. And with our heels high, just push your hip in line with your arms. If this is all for today and it really is hard, just do that until you find the top of your mat. If you want, you can get rid of one leg, really flex the foot and bring it as high as you can before stepping to the floor, okay? Second version is just to float. So you really want to have no connection with the floor while you come forward until you find the front of your mat. And whoever is able or want to try to make it a little bit more intense, just find your little version of handstand before stepping down. It's all about the pressure in your hands, okay? When you're in front, we're just crossing right leg in front of the left and twist over the right side. Try to keep both legs straight. Take an inhale and extend your leg, your back, and exhale, just bend down. Feel a really nice stretch in your left leg especially. Take an inhale, come back into the center. Exhale, change sides. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, enter. So you can always grab with your right arm, your right heel, to help yourself enter a little more. Straighten both legs. Inhale, come forward. Neutral position. So we're going to go in a nice squat. So maybe you manage to have your heels down, your back straight. You can always help yourself, if not with a block, or from now to just shift your heels up. Actually, we're going to do that 3 times. Just back down and up. Maybe you can even make that in very nice harmony with your breathing. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Last time. So your fingertips, just your fingertips, are on the floor. Try to bring your hip up. Your heels stay high. Just keep your legs bent and roll up, inhaling. Find that very nice line in your feet. Bring your hands up until you come to straighten your legs and find your line. That very line that allows you to be just comfortable where you are. So your entire body is super long, stretched up. Forget about gravity for some seconds. 2, 1, super. Slowly come down, exhale. We're just doing one exercise. So your hands can be wherever you feel comfortable, and bring your right leg forward. Maybe your knee bent. For now, just connect with that line. We are opening our wings. Just imagine if they're wings, and we're going to bring our leg towards the back, straight it out to the left side. Meanwhile, you start bending your knee. Good, good, good. And come back up. Super. And one more time, but this time just a simple warrior 3. Inhale, one more time up. This time, right leg goes in front of the left. Start bending down, and left arm goes in top of the right. Bring your palms together and stretch up. Inhale. And exhale, we are starting to go down. Push your hands as far as you can from your face, from your head. Pointing down, open your arms, your fingers. And the more you bend, the more feeling in your hips. Inhale, come back up, open, and then exhale. Very good. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. Just finding your line. Bring your left knee up. Get interlace. Connect with really straightening your right leg. And slowly open. We're going to shift that leg to the back. Just feel how you need to compensate your weight distribution. So it's actually a version if you find until the way to sit, you can do it. But the idea is not to touch the floor. Inhale, come back up. Ooh. And exhale, open up. Fly for some seconds. Again, it's all about straightening our back. Be super conscious. One more time, inhale. Just shift the weight. Leg goes over the right one. Interlace. This time, right arm goes on top. Palms together. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend over. So feel the effect in your shoulder blades. How they're getting space. Maybe you try to bend a little more. 2, 1. Inhale, slowly come up, and maybe you have the control until landing. Super. This time we're going to step back with your right leg. I'm going to do it the other side. Good. Feet are parallel. Inhale, open. And exhale, bend down. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale this time, so we are a little bit more in front. Try once more to push into the floor and bring your heels up. A really round upper back, as if you would be a very angry cat. So whoever wants, that's a time for the press up. And whatever variations you want to do in your inversion, you can go for it. If not, keep your belly up if you stay on the floor. This time, deep inhale, straighten forward. And exhale, shift your hands in line with your feet and lower down. So your elbows, they want to be together, okay? So your forearms, they bend back. Good. If you are here, you can, if you feel comfortable with it, you can just bring your legs up into one inversion. And if you are there, the idea would be to bring your heels, your knees on top of the elbow, and maybe find your way to Uttanasana. Okay. If you're there, just maybe some seconds. Find your Vinyasa. Inhale, jumping back, and exhale, Adho Mukha. Okay. So we are going to sit this time. In your exhalation, bend your knees, step or jump. Either float or just come to sitting. Good. This time we're going classic. Inhale, straighten up your both arms, and exhale, come deeper. So once more, think about your throat. It wants to be large, and your shoulder blades in order to, or try to just avoid this movement. Bring them together back. So your chest stays open. Your feet always looking at you. Good. That's it. You can always really bend your knees if you need, because the actual idea would be to lengthen your spine here as well. 2. 1. Inhale, come up. We just slide our hands slightly behind our hips. Point your toes and try to touch the floor with your toes, keeping your legs straight. Come up and stay there for 5. Your head just drops back. 4. 3. Hips a little higher, chest a little bit more open. 2. 1. Super nice. Exhale, lower down. And we're just replacing our knees with our feet. In the distance of your hip. One more time. There where you are, push up into your table pose. But this time, bring your right heel like a 4, like the number 4, on top of your, exactly. So your hips are still high, and allowing your right knee to just drop down. Relax your head. Exhale, sit exactly where you are. Lengthen a little bit more the distance, and now from inside, just touch your shin, tearing your leg towards you. Lengthen your spine and exhale. 2. 1. Wonderful. So just a little bit more of, I'm going to do it in front. So we're just here, right? we're going to bring our left leg just towards us and stay here. Okay, so this foot really wants to be on the floor. Inhale, left arm goes up, and exhale, twist over. Take a deep inhale, and exhale, more and more you look over your right shoulder. Again, for everybody who knows, you can interlace through the inside area of your knee with your hand on the back, twisting. If that's still too easy, straighten your right knee. 2, 1, exhale, slowly release, and bring your both knees on top of each other. Try to sit really comfortable. So different options for everybody. If there are some shoulder issues, you can just bring your hands into your arch of your foot. Inhale, open, and exhale, lengthen your chin forward, so you don't want to touch your knee. Other option would be to just touch your elbows. So the idea is always to open chest. And the next one would be the most intense one. Left arm goes up, meeting the right one in the back. Inhale here and exhale. So if you have that elbow next to your ear, try that it's always higher than your ear and yourself stretching forward. 2, 1. Inhale, open. And we come out of that position in very many different ways. Position 1, a little bit more of beach effect, just here and come into your Vinyasa. The second option would be to bring your head forward and find one more time a mini flight. Come up, open, and come into your Vinyasa. So we're all finding ourselves back in Adho Mukha and ready to sit again. So your legs are straight here. We're replacing our knees with our heels. Table pose. Inhale, push up. Head falls down. This time it's the left knee that is just dropping down. Try to activate your hip up. 2, 1. Trust your arms, very nice. Exhale, lower down. Lengthen the distance. And now again from inside, I might show it to you like that. From inside, find the bind. Inhale and exhale, lengthening. So that knee still wants to just push a little down. Feel that effect in your hips. Inhale, come up, and just slide that very same right leg to cross behind. That foot just stands on the floor. Inhale, right arm, and exhale, find space by really pushing your navel in and push against your knee. So you want to have both elbows aligned and both shoulders aligned, twisting over your left shoulder. If you want, again, just apply your bind. Inhale and exhale. If you chose some variations, just go for them. 2, 1, slowly come down, release, and slide that knee a little closer. So there might be many people who have issues, the knees, like you're stuck in here. One thing you can try is just to shift your buttocks up and sit from there, so your knees are automatically fit in better. Or you can always sit on a block. And in your next inhalation, just find lengthening and your variation. If you stayed here, here, or this time with the right arm up, here. Activate through your elbow, through the right one. It stays up, opening your chest. Inhale, open, and find your same way out, or maybe trying the other version. Either sit back, crossing, to find your Vinyasa, or another headstand, transition to come back to sit. So it's your own Vinyasa. From downward facing, exhaling, you find your step or jump to come back to sitting. Wonderful! Yeah. And we're just bringing our palms together, foot palms, like if it would be a diamond. So we're going a little bit more deeper this time. For now, let's just prepare a little. Your back is always up. Your shoulder blades always more bent back than forward. And slowly find your elbows, if you can, in front of your foot. So it's all about measuring that your upper body is really lengthening. That's why we want to get in front. If not, if you have a block, you can place it in front of you and just tear yourself in front. And if not, just keep pulling, keep pushing here to lengthen your spine, and exhale, just go deeper. Your both knees, they still want to relax a lot. 2, 1. Inhale, come up. Here we have some few variations actually. So from here you bring your hands just below your knees, and either you stay here or you feel comfortable. That's why we prepare our back to be really long, because we want to bring it lower. We can try to really like draw a circle back. Maybe you manage to really straighten your arms. One more time, inhale here and exhale, enter. Stay with a lot of weight in your knees, so they are still pressing down, they're really falling down. You want to open your hips here. So you can fit yourself more and more in, and maybe you find that moment where your elbows are already outside, at the outside part. So slowly you come to sit, not too much actually, and find your hands as much as you can just below your shoulders. So this is the moment when you start to push your energy up again, and maybe find your Uttanasana. Okay, so it's literally doing a platform. Your elbows are a platform. If you're still here, try maybe to just push more and more and more, get more space, and find your Bakasana, any variations, and step or jump back into your Vinyasa. That's it, yes! Elbows more in. Okay. And your way back to your Adho. Super. In your next exhalation, flex, bend your knees, step or jump, come to sit. And lay down. It's the moment. So first we go for a Setu Bandhasana. We bring our shoulder blades together. It's not a Setu Bandhasana actually, sorry. We interlace our fingers and just straighten your elbows, pushing into the floor in order to lift your hips. 2, 1. We're making a small variation here. Try to make a nice platform with your hands just on your sacrum, and maybe that allows you now to bring one knee up, but keeping the arch in your back. So you really want to be arched, and maybe you find the second leg as well. And if you have that, if it's still easy, try to lengthen your legs. So it's not Salamba Sarvangasana, because we have our back super rounded. 2, 1, find your way back. So we just did the preparation for our very nice Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you have it, just go for it. So you can make any kind of movements here that you need. I always like to bend my knees and work on a more intense arch. Opening shoulders, trying to straighten legs. You can also try to make it a simple legged Urdhva Dhanurasana. And wherever you go, you can repeat up to 3 times. I used to always come down like this, finding more intensity, and from there come back up, shortening the distance, working on the arch. And whenever you finish, just come down, giving yourself a deep hug, and really pressing the entire back on the floor. Feel your shoulder blades on the floor. You're super flat from the right to left. Maybe making some mini circles. Feel the lower back releasing itself of tensions. And since we did a pretty intense arching from here, we're just getting neutralized our spine again. We're trying to push our knees far from us so our back is automatically rounding, okay? Try to keep this pushing active. So we try to go back, forward, and it's not about falling. You're controlling every movement. You can do it as slowly as you need, just by how your back is forming a shape, a round shape. So maybe to find a moment when you come back to mini balance on your shoulder blades, give it a massage, go forward and come to squat. We're repeating that 3 times so you find your own way. Just feel how every vertebra is getting its attention, okay? Good. And whenever you roll back the last time, find the complete rolling up into your Salamba Sarvangasana. So you can still, I like that adjustment, since I'm not here to help you, you can straighten your arms, walk your shoulder blades more in, and your really straight arms, bring them back on your back. So your elbows want to be together. Find your line. And if you have any variations here, you can go for it. You can either bring your knees out, staying in one line so you don't want to collapse forward. You want to stay like an opened leaf. If that's still not too much in order to cleanse your concentration, you can bring your hands towards your knees. You can do the same with a lotus. So you can make, if you know it in your practice already, make a lotus. And this time, trying to find a point where you're really with straight arms. Wherever you are at right now, keep breathing in the most extended way. Find a rather meditative position, attitude. So there's no rush anymore. There's just space. Silence and concentration. Slowly, wherever you are, if you have the lotus, you can hug it. Maybe make a bind. Come back up. Come back to your back. Since we're going for a little more variation, take a deep inhale and find your neutral position one more time. And exhale, try to keep your back straight and bring your legs over. That's just a test. So from here we are getting back up. And we're just bringing down the right leg. If you have it straight here, you can make the test. You can bring your left arm to touch the right leg or wherever it goes. The best point would be the toe. And now this arm that is still on your back is really important because you're starting to drop back with your hip because your left leg is looking for the floor. So I actually like to play here around a little. It's really about opening that hip and sinking in. It's literally the version that we did before, but a little bit more with a twist. Slowly come back, straighten up, find a neutral position, left leg goes down, find that really nice support here, find the bind with your leg because you need it to have like a counterweight. And slowly, you're really trying to open an arch. It's an experiment here. So whenever you are here, back again, both hands on the floor, and roll back. This time really try to be vertebra by vertebra touching the floor. This is the time when you extend your back as much as you can. You create as much space as possible in your back. Each vertebra getting its attention. And you can still make it a little bit more heating exercise if you stay really touching with your lower back the floor and your legs straight. Just bring them down, but still Stay flat with your back and lower down in 7, 6, 5, 4, stay down, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Right leg crosses over the left one, and you can just help yourself with your left arm to push that knee down. There are two versions. You can either straighten your right arm, like in a T shape, or you can bend the other leg and make a bind with it. The only intention is that you have both shoulder blades on the floor, and in the end you look over your right shoulder. Connect with your exhalations, especially to dive deeper into that rotation. Slowly roll back into center. Change sides. Open up left arm. Exhale, enter. And maybe find your variation. Inhale, slowly come back to center. And actually now it's the moment when you decide if you want to finish your practice with a last headstand, Shavasana, or even a sitting meditation. You can go the classic way with Multilevel if you're familiar with it. And if not, just find your own rhythm and your own way to find Shavasana. So it's just some minutes. I'm going to guide you with my voice. You decide the moment when you lay down, and if not, you just can stay with me in a meditation. Close your eyes wherever you are at. If you're already in Shavasana, give yourself 3 deep inhalations through the nose. And exhale everything through the mouth. Just keep repeating. Just imagine that each inhalation